Hello everyone guys, and in today's video we're always gonna dive into Bitcoin's chart. What's going on guys, and what does it all mean for us? Let me explain. So basically all these bounce happened when Bitcoin swept the lowest price of 2026 again. The lowest price previously was falling at 58,115, but by this full breakout, by this movement, smart money swept the lowest, which caused stop runs below this extreme point, which means that they were accumulating their own position right here. And since that moment, Bitcoin gave these upward move till Bitcoin hits the resistance here, resistance level at 65,000. And when Bitcoin hit this resistance area, Bitcoin got rejected, and this reject is approximately about 4.6%. And if we scale out and switch to the daily time frame, Bitcoin is planning to close this bearish daily candle, which means that this momentum of this bound is faded, which increases the probability of a continuation of a current correction for this movement. And if you see the whole picture, Bitcoin is still trading in a downward trend, because when Bitcoin broke below the 200 EMA, it was at November 2025. By this moment, Bitcoin broke below the 200 EMA, and since that moment, Bitcoin has not been above this resistance level, which means that in the long term, Bitcoin is still trading in a downward trend, and which means that all bounces, first of all, we deem as a bounces, not as a reversals, guys. And right here we see a bounce, and the momentum of the bounce is faded, and that's it. And at the same time, on top of that, Bitcoin has an extreme point, and this at this support level at 61,300. Below this support level, below this extreme point, there is some liquidity, which of course smart money want to grab, which increases the probability of a downward movement from the current price. And at the same time, Bitcoin, if we scale out and switch to the 4-hour time frame, Bitcoin was trading in the overbought area. Of course, it got rejected, not a problem with that. But anyway, Bitcoin is still not got the overbought or oversold area. So basically, relying on these factors, relying that fact that Bitcoin is still trading in a long-term downward trend. If we talk about swing Bitcoin, Bitcoin again started trading in a downward trend because maximums are decreasing, momentum is faded, and so on. And there's a bunch of liquidity below this support level at 61,000, which increases the probability for smart money to grab this liquidity. And so basically, around these factors, I'm expecting a downward move from the current price toward the support level at $60,000. After that, I think will be something like a bounce in a bit. And after that, a continuation of a downward move, downward trend over the support level at 57,800. Because if you see that trend, if we see at the chart, we can realize that Bitcoin right now is tended to update the lowest price, because previously the lowest price was fall at the 60k. After that, Bitcoin updated the lowest price and put the lowest price at 59k 130. Yes, after that, Bitcoin made a false breakout and put the lowest price of 2026 at 58,115. And after that, made this false breakout of the lowest price again, and it was 57,800. And so basically, due to this fact, due to this statistic, we can realize that Bitcoin right now stands to update the lowest price, and I think Bitcoin is like just a matter of time when Bitcoin will be updating the lowest price again. And I think the long-term downward trend will be continuing toward the till $55,000. Why did I choose this zone as a support? Because previously, if we see at the history, Bitcoin literally reversed from this support zone. But when Bitcoin hits this support zone, Bitcoin gave these bounce, and this bounce was about 120%, and of course 50,000 it's level which was confirmed at the history by this moment, which is around support level, which increases the probability of a bounce back if Bitcoin hits this support zone. And the 50k, it's half of 100,000, which also means that it's round and significant support level, support zone. And so basically, relying on downward trend, I'm expecting a continuation of a downward move, and at the same time, Bitcoin is planning to close this daily candle below 10 and 20 the EMA. which increases, which means that Bitcoin is still trading in a downward trend. So basically, overall, my final prediction is a continuation of a downward move from the current price toward the support level at 61, after that toward the support level at 60k, after that in a bit bounce, then a continuation of a downward move, updating the lowest price of 2026 at 57,800, and after that Bitcoin, I think, in my opinion, will be approaching the support zone at 55k, and from this support zone, from this support level, we may expect something like a bounce over the resistance level at 65k. After that, we will see. So basically, guys, it was just my take, my view, not financial advice, just my thoughts. See you later. Thanks for watching, and this was just my take, my view, no financial advice. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.